So on September the 1st, Animal Rebellion marched from Smithfield to the Houses of Parliament. You dropped a banner off Waterloo Bridge, unfucked the world plant-based food system. You took the rebellion to the door of the BBC to implore them to tell the truth. You parked a slaughterhouse truck in front of the Department of Health. You blockaded Barclays. You guys have been busy. And that's good, because we're in an emergency. In July, the last fully intact ice shelf in the Canadian Arctic collapsed, losing 40% of its area in just days. Half of the world's coral reefs has been lost. California is on fire, the rainforest is on fire, the Arctic is melting, deserts are spreading, wildlife is being hunted to extinction. Everything is happening faster than the scientists could ever believe possible. We've been told we have 9 years now to save this planet, and at the moment we're on track for almost 4 degrees of warming, and no one knows the fuck what that's going to look like. But it sure as hell is not going to look like this. We're here today at the Department of Environment, Rural Affairs, Food, because, as Alice has made clear, animal agriculture is responsible for the precedent that we're in. Animal farming and fishing is killing us. And animal agriculture, as Alice has said, is the cause of the pandemic. Why this is still being disputed is impossible to believe, but it still is. Let's talk about money, because DEFRA, you really like spending money. We know that in the past 10 years, 2 of the world's leading development banks, part funded by the UK, have pumped £2.1 billion into industrial farming. We know that the UK government pays farmers to farm in these terrible ways. Subsidies for animal farmers account for up to 90% of their profits. Without those subsidies, these would not be viable businesses. So when scientific research reveals that animal farming is a major driver of climate destruction, why, DEFRA, are you giving it so much money? The COVID pandemic has wiped trillions of dollars from national economies around the world. But the World Health Organization has actually calculated that it would cost 500 times less to put in place strategies that would prevent future pandemics. These strategies include expanding wildlife trade monitoring programs, investing in efforts to end wild meat trade, investing in policies to reduce deforestation, fighting the transmission of disease. Sounds amazing. Again, why you decide not to do this is interesting in itself. And of course there are other lives that we could save. Those 76 billion animals born in darkness, raised in darkness, killed too young. And in every speech I give, I've made a decision to tell you the story of one of those animals, and it's not to upset you, and it's not to make it all sound too dramatic. It is to tell just one of these 76 billion stories. The story I tell today is the British calf, unweaned, shipped to Spain, dying in the mud on a Spanish farm, thousands of miles away from her mother. This is the true cost of our farming. We have to tell their stories. And to the calf and her mother, I say this: we will never stop telling your stories. And to you and to all the other children of the earth, we say this: we are so fucking sorry. And we are trying today. Hold on. We are almost there. There's a quote by an astrophysicist, his name is Hubert Reeves, and he said this: man is the most insane species. He worships an invisible God and destroys a visible nature, unaware that this nature that he destroys is this God he's worshipping. And I am an agnostic. I don't know what the fuck's out there. But this quote really speaks to me because I am in complete awe of the majesty, the grace, the generosity, the complexity of the natural world and the beautiful animals that we seem to be slaughtering by their billions every day. The forests are our true cathedrals, and the animals are our true guides. And every story outlining another aspect of their destruction is a knife to the heart. A knife to the heart of humanity, a knife to the heart of the planet, a knife to the heart of our children's futures. We ignore the beauty around us at such enormous peril. We are losing so much for so little. So we're here to say, it's actually too late to save the planet. The world as we know it is over. Never again will we just walk down the street, not worried about who's breathing on us, who's too close to us. It's gone. But the question is, will we choose a different path? Will we finally start to respect the science? Will we make the right decisions for people, planet, animals? Will we confront the challenges that are coming to us with kindness and compassion? Or will we continue to rip each other limb from limb, stamp over the weakest and the most vulnerable, stuff our faces with the flesh of others? The human story is not over, so DEFRA, I have been asked to invite you to join us. When I thought about that, I didn't want to do that because I am so full of rage at you and your greed, your short-sightedness, your servitude to big ag and big corporations. You have stolen our futures and you have stolen my daughter's future. But now I understand that you are flailing around and you're taking us down with you. We at Animal Rebellion believe you cannot end the climate emergency without ending the animal emergency. There can be no climate justice without animal justice. We will continue to fight against the tyranny of silence and complicity. We will keep saying that the price that the animals and the planet pays for what we put on our plates, it's too high. We must transition to a just and sustainable plant-based food system. So DEFRA, let bygones be bygones. Embrace the change. Come out of your dark, dark rooms, these dark, dark times, and come sit with us now so that we can plan this extraordinary future. A world of harmony, respect, where nature thrives. She is sustained and is sustained in her turn. A world where we work together, government, activists, police, farmers, to feed us all. A world in which all beings, human and non-human, are recognized for all their layers of intricate, profound beauty, for the rarity that they are in this immense universe. A world in which a calf gets to stay with her mother. Thank you.